Someone said you are in crippling debt from all the shopping you do. You've never had a boyfriend, you want to quit YouTube. Hey guys, what's up, it's Bella. Welcome back to my channel. I asked you guys to tell me assumptions on my Instagram story that you think about me, and I'm gonna be doing my makeup. I've got all my makeup in here and then my brushes, and we're gonna go for a little ride. I know you guys wanna get into the video, but I just wanna give a quick little shout out to my favorite online shopping experience ever, which is through Top Cashback, and I absolutely love shopping on Saks Fifth Avenue. Some of my favorite items that I use to get ready in today's video are actually gonna be from Saks Fifth Avenue. Of course, we have Baccarat 540. I love getting a lot of my makeup from Saks Fifth Avenue, especially the Hollywood Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. It is such a holy grail in my makeup routine. There is not much I can do without my Benefit Hoola bronzer. I've used it for so long. This is the glow version, and this thing is just beat up to death and purchased from Saks Fifth Avenue. And last but not least, to conceal those dark circles, we have the best concealer. It is the Dior Forever Concealer. I have it in the shade 3N, and you can also purchase it from Saks Fifth Avenue. Signing up with Top Cashback has never been easier. You can use my link below, and after signing up, you'll automatically be taken to the browser extension page where you can download the extension. There are a ton of retailers on the Top Cashback website, and especially Sephora, which I also love shopping on. They have over 7,000 retailers, and they offer 100% of commission back to members because of the consistent features of higher rates from their competitors. There's also no minimum payout, so you're literally making money while you shop. Top Cashback is literally the easiest way to save money while you're shopping your favorite retailers, especially when there's 7,000 to choose from. You just know you're gonna have the best shopping experience online. And the best part about it is that you can shop all of this beautiful makeup that I absolutely love to use through their browser extension and make money while doing it. You guys can get a $10 Top Cashback sign up bonus. My shopping experiences on Top Cashback has always been so amazing, and especially on Saks Fifth Avenue, which I love with my whole heart. You can find anything from designer purses to simpler purses, and you can find makeup and all of this super fun stuff. So it is a great website, and I love shopping on Saks Fifth Avenue through my Top Cashback browser extension. There's gonna be a link down below so you guys can sign up for Top Cashback and have it on your browser extension. I love you guys so much, and let's go ahead and get started into this video. Oh, and thank you so much to Top Cashback for sponsoring this video. I kind of looked at a few of these assumptions, and a lot of them are really crazy. I said I wasn't gonna be hurt or offended, but it's gonna be very interesting. Also, if I get like mad or anything, not like mad, but like if I have something like to fire back with, in the best way possible, I'm not firing back at the person, I'm firing back at like the assumption. So like if you asked me, don't think that I'm storing you in my head and I'm gonna be mad at you, because I willingly asked you guys to do this. I'll link all the products I use down below. I'm probably not gonna be able to remember to tell you guys what I'm using, but I'm drinking a latte and I've got my electrolytes and we're ready to go. I'm just emptying my makeup bag first. All right, the very first assumption is you have men chasing you, but you don't got time for that. And this assumption is very much so true and very spot on. I have DMs all the time. I get looks all the time. I get people asking me all the time to hang out or whatever. And I'm just like, I just don't give time to them. And I say that in the best way possible because I'm like a one and done gal. Like if I'm gonna entertain someone, I wanna be with them. Like I want to be with them. That's how I was raised. Like you date for marriage, and also I'm a Christian. So like that's just kind of like my mindset. And I would rather invest into one person than to date around with a bunch of people. And that's just kind of like my prerogative. So yeah, I do get asked by a lot of different guys, but there's like none right now that I'm willingly like maybe into, except maybe for one. But yeah, but I'm not someone who chases or anything or likes the toxic chase that guys do or whatever it may be. I'm very much so a non-complicated relationship person. So yeah, maybe that was like a lot of information for that assumption. Side note, this is like one of my favorite foundations right now. I was gonna say the best, but I don't know if it's the best, but it's really good. It's the Rare Beauty Foundation. I have it in 230N, but this is way too light for me. So I just purchased 270N, and I love this. All right, the next assumption is your designer purchases can be tax write-offs when you do a YouTube video about them. So actually, fun little side note, I just trademarked my LLC, which is called BG Lifestyles LLC. And so any of the purchases that I've already purchased have not been towards that. And I actually haven't even started writing anything off ever. So everything that you guys see is solely like just my money, and I'm gonna start writing stuff off as much as possible, but at the same time, like, you can't write off every single thing. But yeah, I just created my own business and it's like trademarked, I own it and everything, and that's super cool. And I own my LLC at 20 years old, so that's cool. I just feel like this foundation may be just like a little too yellow, so I'm excited for the other shade. Next assumption is I'm a humble, classy, bougie girl. I definitely am. I feel like from what you can see, definitely, I wouldn't assume that I'm humble or anything, or classy or whatever. Well, yeah, classy, but not humble. If I was just someone who followed me on Instagram and just on Instagram and didn't watch my YouTube videos and get to know me, I would definitely think I was a stuck-up brat who lives off her parents' money. For sure. Like, you guys, that's an understandable assumption to have. But really, truly, in the real life, I am very nice. I am very humble. I just like style. I like fashion. It's just what I do. It's something God has like always put on my heart. I just love fashion and stuff. So for me, it's fun, and I'm gonna continue to do it. Someone said you are in crippling debt from all the shopping you do. That is really intense. Not coming at this person at all, because like I said, I'm not gonna come at people because I willingly asked you guys to do this. I'm just gonna come at like the actual assumption. I think it's crazy that people even want to know anything about someone's financial situation or anything just because they're on YouTube. Like, a lot of my life is out there on social media, so it's an understandable thing that you guys think, or really anyone thinks, that you can ask those questions to another person. But if I was just a random person on the side of the road, you would never ask me that. I'm not saying you, the person who asked me, I'm just saying hypothetically, I would never ask someone that. So you see what I mean? I just feel like it's easier for people to ask those questions to YouTubers because we do put a lot of our life out there. But the answer to that is no. I've never been in debt, and I'm not in debt, and I don't plan on going in debt. I'm very smart with my money, and I know it doesn't look like I am, but I promise you I am. I come from parents who have their own very successful business, and they have taught me a lot about saving money, spending it on the right things, and using money for the right things. And I also hope I never get to a point where money is absolutely everything in this world, because I'm not even at that point now. Like, you guys only see what I put on social media, not like my actual every single day of my life. Another assumption that goes with that says, assuming people may think your parents pay for everything like rent, luxury items. Even if they do, it's not really anyone's business. But I'm only 20, keep that in mind. I have very nice, sincere, and supportive parents. So if they want to pay for something, they want to pay for my rent for a month or whatever it may be, that's on them. They're my parents. That's what they want to do. Like, they birthed me. Well, my mom did, but yeah, I mean, I pay for an insane amount of my stuff because I am a very hard worker, and I've worked since I was 12 years old babysitting, and that's just kind of what I do. I used to do freelance for like 3+ years. I had my own makeup kit, and I would do weddings. I would do 4 weddings back to back every single Saturday, you guys, in Greensboro, North Carolina. That is crazy. So I think that when you put it into perspective, that I really have been working since such a young age, that people kind of understand that I can spend what I want and that sort of thing. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to get makeup on my new sweatshirt. You know, have like makeup fingers when you're doing your makeup. But yeah, they don't pay for everything. But if they wanted to, that's what my parents want to do, because they're my parents. They're very loving and supportive, like I said, and if they want to pay for my rent, they can do it. If they want to pay for luxury items, they can do it. Why? Because they're my parents. Period. Because if I had a kid or something and I had the means to do so, if I was a parent who had the means to do that, I would totally do that for my kid, because why not? Like, I'm trying to give my kid the best life possible. Another one says you're really rich. I think we've already kind of gone into that. I'm very insanely blessed. I always say I'm blessed and highly favored. God has really shown his faithfulness to my family throughout all these years of kind of just growing up and stuff, and so I'm rich in my faith. Guys, I'm just like trying not to give like my whole life out there, but like I kind of do have my life out there. I work very hard. My parents work insanely hard. They have a business that has a product that is patented from my parents that sells worldwide, and they work very hard. We work all very hard for what we have, and thankful, blessed, highly favored. God is amazing. He is so good. He is so faithful, and that's all I have to say. The next assumption is you've never had a boyfriend, and they said nothing wrong with that, by the way. Yeah, I've never had a boyfriend, and that kind of goes into like the first thing about men chasing me. I don't feel the need to entertain a single person when it comes to that. Like, I don't know. I know I have a special heart. I know God has guarded my heart for all these years for a reason, and it's gonna take a special person to nurture my heart and love it the way it should be as a woman of God, and I need a man of God to do that. So yeah, I've never been in a relationship, and I don't plan on being in one unless I genuinely feel like this is what is in the right path for me, and this is like what God has for me. And I'm not trying to make that like over spiritual or anything, but I don't know. I'm a person who loves a lot of people, and I love just people in general, and I want to make sure that when I love someone, it's the right person. Someone said you don't have a ton of friends, but you are okay with that. Yeah, I really don't have a ton of friends. I would actually like love to have more friends that are my age and who are in the same boat that I'm in the sense of like college and stuff like that, because I feel like that would be just really like good for me to have. But I really don't have that many friends my age, or friends in general. Like I'm friends with my cousin, of course, we're like really close. I have my bestie Sarabelle, which I've been best friends with her for years, but she lives in Greensboro. And of course I'm really close with my mom. But no, outside of that, I don't really have like that many friends. Actually, outside of that, I don't have any friends. That's depressing. Someone's assumption is you are dating somebody. No, I am not. And if I was, you guys would definitely know, because I would definitely talk about it, but I'm not dating anyone at all. But I'm definitely open to someone being bold, because I'm a very bold person. I'm definitely open to someone being bold and trying to push their way into my life, because I definitely would allow it if it was a certain person. Someone said you hate the cold. That is a true assumption. I really don't like it. I mean, I don't hate it, but like it's not my favorite. I would much rather live in weather that's 60 to 80 degrees all year round. But I don't hate it. Like I'm fine visiting it and that sort of thing. Someone's assumption is you love Jesus with all your heart. Yes, I do. I really do love Jesus. I've gotten in such a close relationship with God this past few months, and it has been such a great experience. Learning more about him and then kind of seeing like the way that plays out in my life has been really like truly so cool to see. So absolutely love him with my whole heart. Not afraid to speak about my faith, because in the end, that's all we have. Like that's what I'm on this earth to do. I'm solely here to talk about God and bring more people to him. So yeah, I love God with all my heart. Someone said you don't like being alone. I don't know. I feel like if you would have asked me this a year ago, I probably would have said, yeah, like your assumption is correct. But I've really been learning to love spending time with myself, which I have been loving it. I love making dinner by myself. I love spending the day with myself. And of course I love those like little human interactions, because I am a people person. I love being surrounded by people, but there's just something about being alone that I've just found such peace in over this past few months. And I think that comes with also like me living alone and like being on my own now. I've just really been enjoying this kind of alone time I've been feeling. But yeah, I would definitely much prefer, I think, to be with people, but it's gotta be like the right people. Someone on YouTube copies your every move. Yes, and a lot of people have brought it to my attention, and it's very much so obvious. And yeah, hey, imitation is the highest form of flattery, and the biggest flex in this situation is knowing that I am me. I am the only me. And you can try as hard as you want to be anyone else in this world. Like I could try as hard as I want to be this beautiful door right here, but I will never be it. So if someone's copying you, just remember, you're hot, you're beautiful, and you have something that someone else wants. And I say that in the most like happiest, nicest way. But when someone has copied you for so long, it's like very much so, are you okay? It's confusing, honestly. Anyways, someone said you have a spending problem. I definitely love to shop. And I've always said to my parents, I'm glad I have a spending problem and not another addiction or problem. And I'm very much so a shopper, but it's also like a part of my job, so that's cool. I also have always believed that God has put such a love for fashion, beauty, makeup, all that fun stuff in my head, and it's been played out on my channel for years. So I feel like that also goes into why I spend so much money. It's always for my business and it's always for what I do. Someone said you want to quit YouTube. I don't anymore. I actually went through a phase where I totally did want to a little bit ago, like about 8 months ago or something around then, when I was feeling super depressed. Maybe it was like almost a year in June, I guess you could say. Yeah, I definitely did not want to continue to do YouTube. I thought it wasn't for me. I wasn't growing. I wasn't having fun with content. And so that was definitely a time where I totally wanted to not do YouTube anymore, but I'm really out of that. My therapist helped me so much, and I have found so many amazing people on YouTube now, and it just feels really good to know that this is my job and this is what I'm gonna do forever, and I love it. The next assumption is you're obsessed with telling people you're Middle Eastern. I wouldn't say like I'm obsessed with it, but I definitely take a lot of pride in being Middle Eastern. It is a beautiful culture, and I feel like I don't really meet too many people who are Middle Eastern. So like, I think that's cool. Like my mom is literally from Iran. What? Like that is so cool to me. I just take a lot of pride in the culture. It's so beautiful, and yeah, I'm Middle Eastern. If you didn't know, I'm half Lebanese and half Iranian. And yes, I can speak some Arabic. You always eat pasta for dinner. I love pasta. I really do eat it a lot. I don't always eat it, but I definitely eat pasta at least like twice a week for dinner. If not twice, at least once, but mostly twice. You plan on moving to LA to become an influencer. That is far from the truth. Absolutely not. I have absolutely zero desire in this world to ever go to LA, visit California. I don't know, it's just never been something I have found to be something that interests me or intrigues me at all. I love Florida, I love right where I am. The only other big city that I moved to is New York. I love New York. But other than that, no. I never plan on going to LA for any reasons at this current moment. And I have no desire to ever live there. You want a dog. Just remember this face in a few months. You become obsessed with things easily. Yes, that is a great assumption and it is totally true. And I'm totally fine admitting that. When I like something, I like it. And when I love something, I love it. I am very much so a person that gives my all into every single thing in life. And so I become obsessed with what I do. I become obsessed with clothes. I become obsessed with fashion. I become obsessed with something and I fixate on that for such a period of time. And sometimes that period of time literally flows out for years. Like, I always thought me loving makeup when I was younger was like something that was crazy. Like, that's all I would think about. I think about new palettes, new launches, whatever. But that fixation has carried out for years and that just shows it's my passion. It's something I love. But I do become obsessed with things easily. And I guess it's like a good and bad thing. I'm a very loyal person. I'm very much so a person who likes to give my all to everything. So yeah, you want to be a model. I honestly don't. Like, when I was younger, I used to model a little and I like modeled for like a huge company in Greensboro. But no, I have no desire to do that, although like that would be really cool. It's just not something I currently think of. Like, I'd rather just do my own photo shoots and style myself and all that fun stuff. You have a personal stylist and assistant with red hair. I do. I love you so much. You are super fit. No, I'm not. Although I do work out every single day at Orange Theory, I am not super fit and I'm totally a-okay with that. I don't ever want to be super fit and bulky and stuff like that. That's not my personal preference on a body type for myself. I'm very much so a person who's just healthy, I would say. Like, I would say if anything, I'm just healthy and I'm striving to be healthier. You are starting to like designer more than sneakers. I really still do love sneakers, although I don't wear them all the time anymore. It's still something I do love a lot. And I've really always loved designer. I'm able to access it a little bit easier now. And so I really do love sneakers. I still have such a love for streetwear, but there's just something about designer that is so classy. It's investing into an art piece, in my opinion, and I love it. I love designer, not for the reason that it's flashy and all this stuff and I'm only doing it to get attention from people. Guys, that is like far from the truth. Like, if you know me, you know that is not what I go for at all. It's more of just like, it's an art piece to me and it's something that is gonna come around once and it's probably not gonna come back again and it's only gonna go up in value, and I wanna have it. I wanna be able to wear it properly and wear it with love. And so that's kind of my spill on designer. The last assumption is you love coffee. I do. I'm a really huge coffee person. I just have a heart for coffee. I love a cup of coffee, like hot coffee when I wake up, and I love a latte around 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I love having 2 cups of coffee a day. It's just what makes me feel good. It's my favorite thing. I love it a lot. I'm just putting on some mascara to finish up my makeup. Guys, I really enjoyed this video and I hope you got to know a little bit more about me. And like I said, I'm not coming for anyone who said these assumptions. I was responding to the actual assumption. So I hope no one's feelings are hurt or anything, but yeah, I'm not even looking at the names of who asked me these guys or said anything. I'm really not. I'm just looking at the actual assumption. If you guys have any more assumptions you want me to answer in the future, put them in this video in the comment section. And I plan on doing another video like this soon, like in a few months or something, or maybe sooner, like a Q&A plus assumptions video. So I will be sure to answer them in that video for you guys. Alright guys, so I did my makeup. Like I said, I'm gonna throw everything down below for you guys. This was just like a super simple, easy makeup look that I do all the time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like I said, and got to know a little bit more about me. And yeah, it was fun. It was a really fun video. And I'm not offended or anything because I answer everything properly, I guess. I'm gonna have a link down below for you guys to sign up for Top Cashback. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys in my very next video. My motivation of the day is to go watch my morning routine that I just posted because that is a very motivational video. I love you guys so much. Mwah. Bye guys.